If you have XM weather, all you need to do to view the weather is come in here and hit the enter button. Every time you hit the enter button, you'll get a different layer of weather, and it will tell you in the upper left hand corner what the weather layer is. In this case, it's an XRAD and it's 4 minutes old. Go back down here and hit enter again. This will give you your ceilings and visibilities. What's good to do here is go to a blank navigational layer by hitting the map key here, and it'll make it a lot easier to see a lot of this weather information because there's a fair amount of it. Right here is your ceilings and visibilities for your weather graphics. What this is telling us is the ceiling condition, the visibility condition, the amount of precipitation and the type of precipitation, as well as the age of the report. To do that, what we would do is, let's just pick out ROW here. The vertical bar represents the ceiling condition, and the horizontal bar represents the visibility. It comes in 4 colors. Green would mean VFR, yellow marginal VFR, red IFR, and magenta low IFR. So at ROW here, you've got a low IFR ceiling and IFR visibility. You've got the same over here at ATS. You've got solid low IFR over here. And why don't we just move over a bit? Look at some other ones here. Now, over here, you've got RA, which would stand for rain, and it comes in 3 colors. Green would be light rain, yellow, as in over here, would be moderate rain, and red would be heavy rain. You'll also see the same designation for snow. It would just be SN, but with the same colors, and either no pluses or a single plus for moderate or 2 pluses for heavy. Some other airports you'll see NP. What that means is there's no precipitation at that airport, and that airport does actually report precipitation. Some airports don't report precipitation to begin with, so you don't really know. If you don't see the NP there, you don't know if it's really raining or not. The other thing is, you notice these identifiers are in different colors, and what that means is the age, actual age of the METAR report itself. If it's green, it's a half an hour or less. If you see the METAR identifier in yellow, it's a half an hour to an hour, and if you see it in red, it's in excess of an hour. So that would be your ceilings visibility page. And of course, if you go in here into info, you can pull up a specific airport and go over to the weather tab here and see your METAR and your TAF reports. So you still get the text, but what's important with this is it allows you to see the graphics, sort of the bigger picture of what the weather conditions are. And you can see over here to the left here, we've got a number of airports that are reporting VFR, but right where we're heading through now is pretty solid IFR. Now, if you could just go down here, hit the enter key again, this would be the winds. Now, this is the winds on the ground. Once again, if it's green, the winds are very light and variable. If they're yellow, they would be moderate, and if they're in the red, they'd be strong and gustier. So you can see this whole area here is really, really light and variable. Very few exceptions to that. Hit the enter button again here. Now we bring up the temperature dew point spreads. This is really helpful because you may have lots of areas where the airports are reporting VFR, but maybe they're kind of on the margin, and it's entirely possible in the next hour or two the conditions will go down such that you're going to be in IFR. So you can see the bigger map here. See all these red blocks? All these airports right here have marginal temperature dew point spreads at 6. You see it opens up a bit over here, 7 to 10. But you can see it's quite a substantial area here, that even though it's reporting VFR at some of these airports, there's not a huge margin. Another thing that you see on the screen is the airspace. It's yellow and red and flashes between the 2 colors. What that is a temporary flight restriction. Of course, you could come up here, you could display your airspace on top of it if you wanted to. But in terms of this, just go to the blank screen again. You see temporary flight restrictions that get updated every 12 minutes. If you just touch it with your finger, it'll tell you it's from the ground up to 14,500. And it was instituted on December 15th. Just touch in the upper left-hand corner here to remove that. Go back in here and hit the enter key again. These are the echo tops. And what this does is it shows you what cloud cover is at different altitudes here. So you see in this case we've gone up to 24,000 feet, which was our service ceiling in this aircraft. And now it automatically alternates down to 3,000 feet and it's working its way up again. So you can get a good idea how high you would have to be to actually get over this.